good night, everyone. Doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Simon J. Spirit Divine. I'm here to give you a word on tonight. And God gonna destroy Sodom and Lot White. Look back, because He gonna tell them to go to run like you run for your life and don't look back. So it gonna come from Genesis chapter 19, 1 through 29. Now Sodom and Gomorrah, city was wicked and God will destroy. They were told to do not look back, but Lot White look back. First God told Abraham that he was about to destroy Sodom. Because the city was so wicked, but Abraham's nephew lived there, and he pleaded with God. He pleaded with God, you know, to let his nephew live. Now, God had heard his prayers and sent two angels over there to rescue Lot and his family. Now, two angels had arrived at Sodom at evening, and they ain't gonna tell them right offhand, we there to rescue y'all, to get out of here because God gonna destroy. He didn't tell them nothing at first, and Lot was sitting at the gate, of the city, and when he saw them, he got up, to meet them, and he bowed down. He bowed down at the gateway of the city was meeting. Where meeting is place for city official and other men to discuss current events. So in business, and he was place of authority, and stature where he, where a person that could see and be seen. Because see, at one time he was under Abraham's shadow. He everywhere, he ain't had to work nowhere, he ain't had no high position or nothing. Because Abraham was blessed and he ain't had to want for nothing. So now he out from under Abraham's shadow and he have a high position. Now eventually Lot had an important position in government. I was associated with those who did, because the angels had found him at the city gate. Perhaps Lot statues in Sodom was one reason he was so relentless to leave. So my Lord, he said, please turn aside to your servant house, and you can wash your feet and spend the night. Now he saying you can go out early in the morning. And when they said, oh no, we gonna sleep by the square. And the square is busy, everybody passing up and down. And Lot know. He know how this city is wicked. They ain't gonna last talking about sleeping at the square. So two angels arrived at Lot, sitting at the gate and welcomed them. And Lot didn't know yet that these angels are sent to investigate the sins of the city people in preparation in God's judgment. So Lot see that the two men, arrived late in the evening. He know that city is dangerous. He know them top from bottom. And they come there late to mean they gonna start getting dope. So in the day, and are you safe? Lot urged them to come to his home for night and leave early in the morning, and offer his hospitality and protection to angels. But the angels said no. But he insists so strongly that they will go and with him and enter his house, and he prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. Now we see that Lot plead for these two angels to stay at his house. The two men still did not let Lot know, that God is about to destroy this city. So now Lot had to protect the two men. Now see he hospitality. He when somebody, if somebody at his house, he gonna try to make sure they're safe, make sure they eat, he gonna make sure they well taken care of, So the two men they see how the city is wicked, so they came down there to investigate the city first before they destroy, to see if it's really wicked, that God saw. And so the two men had said to Lot, do you have anyone else here? And they said, yeah, we have our son-in-law. So tell them to get out of there. So now the two angels reveal that the greater danger is coming. Let's get out of here at this place. Angels seek to rescue anyone that are attached to Lot. Now, because we are going to destroy this place, to outcry to the law against its people, is so greater that he has sent his to destroy it. So he tell them how wicked your city is. Now, Lot and his family some righteous people. And I know Abraham had questioned God, if they have 10 righteous people in a city, will you destroy? He said no. But then the two angels, they didn't see no righteous. They couldn't find no righteous person in there. That because a lot of times they didn't blend in. Lot had blend in with the family. If the two angels didn't know that Lot was kin to Abraham, they would have never known there was righteous people either. So now Lot, know why the two men are there. God had promised to spare Sodom if only 10 righteous people was there. But not 10 righteous person was found. But what Lot had don't know that Abraham, he don't know that Abraham prayed for him, to be rescued. See, sometimes somebody might know what you're going through, and they might not tell you they're praying for you. But a lot of time everything it had been worked out. That's because sometimes other people be praying for you. You got to be careful what people pray for you, but a lot of time it's good when a group of people is praying for you. Because Abraham prayed for Lot and he didn't even know. And he got saved, he got rescued to come out of that city before it get destroyed. Now Lot's two son-in-law was hurrying up to get out of this place because the Lord was about to destroy that city. Now Lot had lived so long, and was so content. He didn't live that long because when I put this out like last year sometime when I did from the beginning to the end because I was going to do my Bible study. Now, Abraham and Lot, they was fussing a lot because both of them were buying so much stuff. Because long as Lot is by Abraham, he was blessed. So he was buying so much stuff. Abraham was buying so much stuff, so he had to move. And he went down the street by Sodom. And that's how he ended up over there. So they ain't had too long had moved over there. But the short time he been there, he content. He took content, among the ungodly, people to where he is familiar with the wicked. And that's why I say they too had blended in. So Lot and his family had started blending in, being unnoticed. And that's how the other 10 righteous was. They was unnoticed where the angels couldn't not find them. Half of his life, he had followed Abraham, the righteous men, who walk with God, and God people supposed to be different, not blend in. Now, with the coming of the dawn, the angels had urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters, and who you will be swept away. Now the city is punished. Now the angel had told them, come on, I need all of y'all to come on out of there. God about to destroy this city here. and I need all y'all to get out of here unless you're gonna be swept away. So the angel had made it clear, to Lot and his family that the time has come, for the four of them to go and avoid being swept away, in the punishment of the city. So when you hesitate, the men grab. Now, they're telling them to get out there what God about to do. And they hesitate. Hesitating. The man grabbed his arms in the hands and his wife and the two daughters and led them safely out of the city. For the Lord was merciful to them. So they're staring at the house. You know, they they're staring at the house. They hate to let it go. No, we all like that. You know, we got to move. But we just got to look at the house one more time. Look at Abraham. Abraham had got called for his calling. I need you to leave that house. I need you to come over here to camp. And he ain't had no problem with it. So Lot hesitate. So the angel seized his hand and rushed him to safety. Lot and his wife did not want to abandon the wealth, position, and the comfort he enjoyed in Sodom. They had got so comfortable and content, just that fast. They wasn't there that long. So letting go of the familiar can be tough for any one of us. Moving a new city, had take a emotional toll on us. So we can understand what she going through, what they going through. When you move, you know, and you got familiar with, you got to content, you know. But I'm ready to move, and she wasn't ready to move, and she had to keep on staring at it. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them had said, "Flee." Now, this the angel still giving them instruction. Soon as they had brought them out. Some of them had said, "Flee." You're alive. Don't look back. Don't stop. Where is playing? Flee to the mountain, or you will be swept away. Now they give them instruction. They said, "Don't look back." They said, "Run like you running for your life." Don't look back. Don't stop for the store and candy. Just flee. So now one of the angels had given instructions: do not look back. And don't stop. Run for your life. So now these orders are directed and motivated by God's mercy and compassion, and God heard Abraham's prayers. But Lot said to them, "No." Now, this is the time. You just talking about some no. It's time for y'all to get out of here and just start running. So Lot said, "Oh no," by complaining and criticizing the angel plan. So now your servant had found favor in your eyes. And you have to show great kindness, to me and spare my life. But I can't flee to the mountain. This is a disaster will fall, overtake me and I die. Now he said that's not a good plan for him. So he gonna give him his good plan for him. Instead of obeying Lot complaint and offer his own plan, let objection, be seen to be that he does not believe, that he and his family will make it to the hill. In time before the judgment come, it is a bold request with the rain and grateful. So he admit that he had found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Said the Lord had been kind to him. Look here is a town, enough to run to. So he telling them that's a small town, for them to look at, to run to, so and it is small. let me flee to it. It is a very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. Now he said no. He found a little small island he wants to go to, you know, and he said him and his family will be safe. So this is not on a request that he seeks shelter and closer place, but it is also implied God withholding judgment on that tiny time. So that's still what part of Sodom. It was still part of Sodom. And he's still trying to find places close to Sodom, you know. And so now God got to try to save that little part of the island, so they won't get swept away. So over the last few hours, the Lord showed great mercy, to Lot and his family. The angels had saved them from destruction. These angels had acted with extraordinary grace and patience and with Lot and his family. The angel had said very well, I will grant this request too, and I will not overturn the town, you speak of. So they were questioning me, and the only reason why they're dealing with him, because that's Abraham like nephew. Other than that, when somebody tell you to get out of there, go to a mountain, that's what you're gonna want to do. Not at the last minute you come up with a plan, so the law agreed and continued to show Lot great favor in saving his life, and granting him requests and keeping his covenant promises to Abraham. So he's still keeping promise to Abraham. But I need you to flee there quickly because I cannot hold anything until you reach it. That is why the town was called Zara. So the Lord had granted me. The Lord had granted Lot requests and not to destroy the small city, but nearby Lot and his family can flee to it and escape, God's judgment. Lot reached Sodom. Then the Lord rained down on burning Sodom and from the Lord out of heaven. So we see that God was patient, with Lot. God mercy towards Abraham extended a Lot in his family. Now, because of Abraham had pleaded for Lot, from destruction, here we go again, the power of prayer. It had worked. It worked for Abraham. The power of prayer. The power of prayer. The prayer had worked. Sodom, his nephew and his family, they got saved and they got out of there. Never give up praying, for those who needs to be saved. So then the Lord had rained down on burning Sodom and Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the house. So we see that God had patience with Lot and mercy towards Abraham as intended. Now, to overthrow those cities and those living in the city and also the vegetables in the city, and so the people of Sodom and Gomorrah completely rejected God, overthrew those cities as well as surrounding them. So he destroyed all this people in the city, along with all of the rest, but Lot White, she just had to look back one more time. Look back one more time, and she become a pillar of salt. So all that destruction going on, and she had to look back. No, the angel had said, "Don't look back. Run for your life. And run to the hill. Don't stop nowhere. Just keep on going." But Lot White Lot's wife had to turn around one more time. She had to look at her house. She didn't want to leave that house because she got content. So Lot's wife turned back to look at the smothering city, or Sodom, clinging to the past. Now she was unwilling to turn completely away. Early next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. Abraham got up and walked to the same place where he stood before God in previous evening, and probably the mighty force which overthrew the city. Now he looked down. He looked down and saw it. And he don't know right now. But he trying to wondering if my nephew is alive. Sodom and Gomorrah towards all the land into the plan. So saw the smoke rising from the land like smoke from the farms. God demonstrated that he would judge, demonstrate his grace and mercy to Abraham, promised to rescue his nephew. So when God destroyed the city of the plan, he remembered Abraham. He brought Lot out of the caliphate and overthrew the city where Lot had lived. God act of rescue, even in his judgment, was seen as evidence, to Abraham that God would keep his promise to Abraham in the years to come. Now Lot she was disobedient, and when the angel had said, "Do not look back," she looked back. She looked back, and she looked back, and she turned into a pillar of salt. She didn't want to let go of her past. She looked more. She needed more time. And when God said move, you need to move and don't look back. Lot family, was saved just because of Abraham passed. So that was the story of Abraham, nephew. That was the power of prayer. Power of prayer. It was the theme of power of prayer. And don't look back on your past. When God said move, move. And so Abraham prayed. It go to show you how power it is in prayer. And the two angels got there and rescued Lot. And then when it was time for them to get out, they hesitated. So they're saying, the angel saying, "Come on, we got to get on out of here. Y'all just staring at the apartment. You standing up there, So the angel had to grab their hands. Okay, y'all don't want to move. I'll grab y'all hands and move y'all and take y'all out of this place, And so the next thing you know, they told them, for to get out of here so you won't be swept away, you got to run like you running for your life, and don't look back, don't stop for anything. You got to do what he said. But the Lot wife, she looked back one more time. She was turning to a pillar of salt. So that's all I have for you today. So she had to keep on looking at her past. She was familiar with her past, and she don't want to let go of her past, and she had to move forward. When God said move, move. So that's all I have for you today. You have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next video.